Woo! Hey everyone, this is Terra from Daily Crypto Trade Signals coming to you live from Vietnam. We got lots to talk about. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about, are we seeing bottom? I think the bottom is in. And more importantly, we've got some shocking news. Looks like Kwan has revealed his second plan, what they're going to be doing for Luna out there. And I'm going to talk to you about, the details of this plan. I'm going to give you my opinion if I think it's a good plan or a bad plan. And you guys give you an opportunity to comment out there and tell me what you think, guys. And, overall, we're seeing some really positive news for Bitcoin out there, but we're also seeing a lot of FUD start to spread. We're seeing that the fear and greed index right now is also down. We're seeing that fear and greed is at extreme fear and 8, and we have not seen this level of fear. Last time we saw this level of fear was in 2020, guys and gals. So, and I just think it's kind of weird because yesterday we were at 14, and then suddenly for us to drop from 14 to 8 is kind of strange out there, even though the Bitcoin is really unchanged from where it was yesterday. You can see that yesterday we were ranging around this area. So I don't know what happened to the sentiment. A lot of people are becoming very negative out there about Bitcoin, and we're seeing a lot of FUD starting to spread about Bitcoin. And I believe that the bottom is in, or pretty close to the bottom. Sure, we could go down to $25,000, and that was our previous low before. But I just believe that there's so much goodness out there when it comes to crypto, particularly Bitcoin. Right now, if you're holding altcoins, you're probably not feeling so happy, not so chipper. Remember, everything you see here is not financial advice. It's just an OG in the house expressing opinion. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, guys. So, overall, Bitcoin is still, holding very good at above 29,000. And right now, as of time recording, we're at $30,000. So we seem to be holding our support level pretty good. If you look at the Bitcoin on the weekly right now, we can see that Bitcoin is also still trading in our blue box zone. And the blue box zone, as I've told you time and time again, is often a very good area to bounce up to the upside, guys. So from my perspective, the way I'm looking at the technicals right now, I believe that we have about a 70% chance to be bouncing to the upside and about a 30% that we're going to be bouncing down to the downside. Worst case scenario is going to be around about $21,000. And if that happens, I'm okay with that, because I'm just going to be buying the dips and waiting for life-changing wealth in 2025. And that's what I'm doing. What you're doing is up to you. You do you out there. You do you out there. Remember, never invest anything more than you're willing to lose. So, fundamentally, we're still holding pretty strong. Considering that 1.2 billion in Bitcoins was lost during the last week's Lunar Crash, guys. So we're still seeing that Bitty is holding strong. Yesterday we saw that the broader markets out there were pretty much down overall. And today, if we look at the pre-markets are looking pretty much green. So hopefully this will be a little bit of a reversal for Bitcoin, and we can see that the crypto space will be starting to go up, because it's just incredible out there. If you look at Bitcoin on the weekly, you can see that we're entering our 8th week, our absolute 8th week of Bitcoin going down, down. And this is going to be an absolute record. Seven weeks going down was already a record, and now that we're going to be looking at an 8th week, hopefully it's not going to happen. We really hope it's not going to happen. At some point, we can't continue going down forever. We're definitely going to have a green candle sooner or later. The odds and probability is absolutely it's going to happen, and we have 5 days and 22 hours left in this week. So hopefully we can flip green. That would be really important, and that would be really good news in the house. But one of the positive things, if you look at Scaramucci, the mooch in the house, CEO of a $7 billion hedge fund, and what he's saying is firm hasn't sold any of its crypto position during market collapse. So that is pretty positive. You can see that the diamond hands, people that are diamond hand, have the fortitude to hold and dollar cost average during these turbulent times. And I've always said, and I always believe, that the money is made not during the bull runs, but the money is made during the bear runs, guys. And this is a good time to be accumulating, buying the dips, and preparing for 2024, when we have our next huge explosion of crypto. And in 2025, it's going to make 2021, 2022 look like infinitesimal. So guys have to gear up and get ready for that. So some other positive news, guys. Keep in mind, we're still going to talk about the Dogecoin, the plan that he's revealed. My opinion on that. We're going to be talking about Dogecoin technicals as well. Not too much news on Doge right now, so you guys just bear with us. When the news comes out, I'm going to bring it to you. Don't forget, we got the Doge 1 mission that's supposed to be coming in June. We haven't had confirmation of that, but that should be a boost. And also, Elon Musk has been pretty quiet when it comes to Dogecoin right now. So some other good news that's coming out for Bitcoin and crypto community in general is that we have 44 countries meeting in El Salvador, hosted by Bukalele out there. And what they want to do is the discussion is how cryptocurrency, how Bitcoin Bitcoin can basically help them break away from the World Bank and IMF, guys. So this is really cool news, and what's going to come out of this conference is definitely a better understanding of Bitcoin, a better understanding of crypto. And these are not investors, these are banks and countries that we're talking about. And we may get even more countries adopting Bitcoin as legal tender, so that's pretty positive. And also too, if you look at the current price of Bitcoin right now, we're seeing that the current price is backed by increasing chain volume, BTC transfer, and decreasing ultimate oscillator. And I believe this is a good entry point. And you can see here, if we look at the COVID crash, of 2020, and we look at the current lunar crash. So this has been dubbed the lunar crash. We're seeing that very, very typical volumes and oscillators out there, and we're seeing the ultimate oscillator is less than 32 here and here. So once we had this COVID crash, we did have a huge reversal to the upside, and I think that we're waiting for the biggest pump of all times is about to come, is about to happen. So guys, you're gonna have to buckle up, be patient. I know it's not looking pretty good out there right now, but overall we're gonna get there together, absolutely gonna get there together. And you can see here, if you look at these two fractals, you can look at the weekly Google New York exchange, and you can look at the Bitcoin right now, and you can see that these fractals are pretty similar. And this is when Google was first starting and it first developed, and it looks the on-chain weekly, this pennant leads to a strong trend continuation. And I believe that this is more evidence that we're going to be seeing a huge robust explosion and a huge robust pump to the upside. Sure, Bitcoin may go down to 21,000, may go down to 25,000. I believe that the bottom, the absolute bottom, is about 25,000 in the short term. In the long term, we may go down to 21,000, but I still think that we're going to get a huge bounce from this, guys. So this is from Rec Capital. Last time Bitcoin lost a log channel, and you can see here the log channel was in 2020, and that was that coincided with the COVID crash, guys. So we're seeing very much a similar pattern as the COVID crash, and this was when Bitcoin also dipped below the 200 as simple moving average, and we're seeing that right now. Currently, Bitcoin is below the 200-day simple moving average, and the log channel clearly shows BTC is entering a period of outsized opportunity. And I believe this is a huge opportunity. We saw the opportunity here. People who bought the dip here, they were rewarded with hitting a $69,000 Bitcoin top, guys. So this is, I believe, a good time to be accumulating dollar cost average. As I said, don't put all your dry powder in. Keep some on the sidelines in case Bitcoin does go down to $25,000 or $21,000 an ounce, guys. So just keep on keeping on. Some other stuff that makes me believe that the bottom is not here, the bottom is here, and that Bitcoin is going to be going up. You can see that the Lightning Network continues to grow in capacity. This is a Lightning Network strength, and you can see that it continues to grow and grow despite all of the lunar crash. We're still seeing that the Lightning Network is continuing to grow. So that's pretty good news. And guys, just remember that algorithmic stable coins are not all the same. Stable coins are not all the same. You have algorithmic stable coins that are backed by nothing. They're only backed by an algorithm that keeps the peg stabilized. And we've seen that with the lunar crash. This algorithm obviously didn't work, and that's what caused the whole crypto crash. And keep in mind that the lunar reserves, they sold almost $3.4 billion worth of Bitcoin to kind of keep the Luna peg happening, and that is why we saw Bitcoin drop to 25,000. That was because Luna was dumping $3.4 billion worth of Bitcoin on the market. But even so, you did see that Bitcoin did quickly recover back up to $30,000, and that's we've kind of just been there ever since, guys. So it's still pretty positive out there from my perspective, and this is what you need to do. This is actually what you need to do if you want to be successful and make money in crypto. You need to do this, and it's very simple. Don't look at the daily time frame. Don't look at the years. Look at the decades, guys. Because if you're holding crypto for decades, this is when the true phenomenal life-changing wealth happens. Also, the years as well. You want to be holding cryptocurrency for years. But if you're just focused on short-term time frames, on days, you're going to find a lot of chop, and you're going to find that there's going to be a lot of peaks and valleys, and it's really hard. If you're going to be day trading, it's really hard to make money, guys. It's a lot of time and effort out there. So from that perspective, so let's jump into Luna. Let's jump into Kwans Plan, and let's see how that's all revealed out there. So we're seeing that Luna right now has been going down, and it's continuing to go down, and it's at 16,954. So hopefully you guys were able to buy in here, and you took your money at these tops. If you guys bought at these tops and FOMO'd in, chain and you've just been holding because you think that something life-changing is going to happen, you're probably under order right now. So like I always said, the only thing that you can do is just wait and see what's going to happen. Maybe it's going to come up and maybe it won't come up. So, you know, Dogecoin, he's been tweeting up a storm. We have this, you know, plan that's going to be coming out, but you can still see that the Terra ecosystem is actually huge. And, you know, Dogecoin doesn't want this system to collapse, and that's why he came out with his second proposal. So we're going to jump into that. We're going to talk about the proposal in a second. Also, too, Binance has had $1.6 billion Lunar stash is now worth $3,000. So could you imagine that, you know, you had $1.6 billion and totally it got, you know, reduced to $3,000. Amazing. And just goes to show that, you know, not only were individuals being hurt by the Lunar Crash, but also large corporations, institutions. But, you know, Binance has said that they haven't sold anything and they're still holding that Luna stash and with diamond hands, guys. So hopefully, you know, things will materialize, and the new plan will actually help, you know, Luna revive and come out of the ashes. So we're going to talk about that. Keep watching, keep smashing likes, keep loving the channel. So right now, just to let you know that the current remaining reserves, because there was a lot of talk about what happened to the $3.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. So right now, in their reserves, they've got 313 Bitcoin, 39,000 BNB, about 1.9 million Avalanche, $1.8 million worth of UST, and about 222 million of Luna. So guys, and most of that's being held by validators. So Dogecoin has been tweeting up a storm. And he released this plan B that we're going to go into, and basically what they're calling for is that, you know, they want to fork off Luna, and they want to make two projects out there. They want to have Luna 2.0 that's going to be named Luna, and then the existing blockchain that we're all trading on right now, and you know, that's this blockchain right here, guys and gals, that they're going to change that to Luna Classic, and that's going to have the symbol the LUNC out there. So, you know, from that perspective, you know, the Terra chain has currently exists, should be forked into a new chain with algorithmic stablecoins Terra token being eliminated. So they're gonna get rid of the algorithmic stablecoin. That's a completely failed project out there, and they're basically going to fork the current Luna into Luna Classic and the normal Luna. And what's going to happen is the new Luna will be airdropped to Luna C stakeholders, residual USD holders, and essential app developers. So that's kind of interesting. But you know, we believe that this distribution, in addition to its best efforts by the LFG, the Luna Foundation Guard, to make USD holders whole, best solves for the verifying interest. So here's a plan. Here's absolutely the plan. And it looks like here, based on what they're looking at, you know, basically what they're going to be doing is that they're going to be releasing about 1 billion Luna tokens. And but the thing is, you know, there's going to be 25% of a community pool to be staked and governed, 1% for essential developers. There's going to be 4% for essential developers with a 1-year cliff, 4-year vesting. So it looks like that this 4%, you won't be able to basically sell 100% until after 5 years. So you're going to have a 4% vesting, and basically every year, 25% of the coins that they give you will be allocated that you can sell. But before you can sell, you have to, once the vested period is over, you have to hold it for 1 year before you can sell. So, you know, we're seeing a 35% for all bonded and unbound Lunar minus TFL pre-attack snapshot. So 10% for Luna holders, staking derivatives at launch, and 25% USD holders at launch, and snapshot 10% unlocked at the Genesis, revested over 2 years. So what I don't like about this is that, you know, they're basically going to airdrop anybody that's holding the current Luna that's going to be converted to Luna C or Luna Classic. You're going to get airdrops in various percentages depending on, you know, where you fall in this category. But the thing is, once they airdrop you, you cannot sell that. So that is what I don't like, because, you know, the intrinsic value in any blockchain is the value that the holders perceive it has. But if you are forced to hold these coins for 2 to 3 years before you can sell it, you know, what's the point? So, you know, they're forcing you to hold these coins and to create value that way. And you're not going to be able to sell them, you're not going to be able to trade them. So from my perspective, if someone airdrops me, you know, 10% of my original Luna, or 25% or 30% of my original Luna, and I have to basically sit on that for 1 to 2 years, and vesting, and then have the 1-year cliff before I can sell it. This is not a good plan. I think from my perspective, this plan sucks. I don't think it's a good plan. Also, too, if you look at the terminology, the way that they've written up this plan, it's quite confusing. It's not very clear. It's not very concise. And they've created a lot of fear and doubt by creating a proposal that, the average Joe Nancy doesn't understand. Vesting period, cliffs. So basically the short and curly of it is that you're going to get airdrop a certain percentage based on if you were holding Luna before just at the DPEG, they're going to take a snapshot of that. And if you were holding Luna at that time, you're going to be entitled to a certain percentage of airdrop. But however, those new Luna 2.0 airdrop coins, they're going to be locked up, anywhere. You can see the lockup periods here. They're going to be locked up from anywhere from 1 to 4 years. 35%, this one here from 1 to 2 years, and from 1 to 4 years. So if you have less than 1 million Luna, then you're basically going to have a 2-year vesting period, right? So that's going to be 50% every year is going to get unlocked, but after it gets unlocked, you have to wait 1 year. So if you're a Luna holder and you have more than 1 million, then you're going to have a 4-year vesting period and a 1-year cliff. So every year, you're going to be able to unlock 25%. And then when it gets unlocked, you have to wait a year. So it's just insane in the membrane. And guys, do comment if my interpretation is wrong. But it's not like they're airdropping it. You own it, and now you can sell it and trade it. You're going to have to wait for an unlock period. So I just think this is insane. I think it's the dumbest plan I've ever heard. I don't think that. Hopefully, it doesn't get passed. From my perspective, the best plan is very simple. You dump the UST Terra. Get rid of that out of there. That's the first thing. The second thing is you don't fork, you keep the existing blockchain, and you just burn tokens. You burn the tokens, and you bring the current token size down to 1 billion. Because right now it's about 6.5 trillion. So you just burn a whole ton of Luna out there, and that will slowly bring up the price. And that way, if you're still holding pre-snapshot or you bought after the depegging, it doesn't matter. You have Luna now. That's your Luna, and the value will rise or fall depending on the burning process. And I think that is the most appropriate method out there, because if you have to lock your Luna for 4 years if you have more than 1 million, or 2 years if you have less than 1 million, and then you have to wait 1 year after it's been unlocked to sell it. It's insane, guys. So I think this is the dumbest plan ever, guys. I don't agree with that. Let's take a look at the leverage apes in the house, guys. Please comment on that. I'd love to hear what your comments are and get some feedback. So right now we're seeing about 178.4 million worth of wreckage out there. It's about 61,000 traders out there, and right now we're seeing that on the hourly. We're seeing mainly short. So hopefully this short squeeze will start to push the Bitcoin price up. I think that the broader markets, when they open, is going to be positive, and hopefully that will help drive crypto higher and higher. If you take a look at Dogecoin right now, Dogecoin is looking pretty bullish from all of the different indicators out there. 53% of the Dogecoin holders are in the money, 46% are out right now. If you take a look at the Dogecoin price right now, so Dogecoin is looking pretty good right now. It's starting to make a comeback. It's getting pretty close to 9 cents. So hopefully we could see 9 cents coming in for the Doge. There's been really no news. We still have Vitalik sending about 500 Ethereum to the Dogecoin Foundation that we talked about yesterday. That is going to go to pay for salaries and development. And that is also going to help the development of the Ethereum Doge bridge. And when that happens, we're going to have NFTs, we're going to have DeFi, we're going to have a whole ton of stuff. And that's what we really need to happen. Also, too, we got the Doge access to the moon. That's supposed to be happening in June 1st. We're still waiting for confirmation from Elon Musk. We still have Dogecoin for buying Tesla. We're still waiting for Elon Musk again. So, Elon Musk seems to be, the guy that's holding all the keys out there for Dogecoin's potential upside. Dogecoin is just range bound right now. It's being really range bound between 8 cents and 9 cents, 8 cents and 10 cents out there. So hopefully we can break out of this kind of just, accumulation. We're seeing most of the altcoins and most of cryptocurrencies in accumulation. We're seeing pretty much the same pattern for Ethereum as well. It's just been accumulating between 1700 and 22 range right now. We're also seeing the same thing for Phantom right now. It's just an accumulation. I know it's getting boring, it's getting tired. I know a lot of you are waiting for something to happen, but this is crypto, guys. This is absolutely crypto. And I still think that the market is kind of taking taking a standoffish approach to things, and we're still seeing that the social sentiment, the fear is extreme fear, guys, out there. But this is a good buying opportunity. We're seeing the total market cap is about 1.31 trillion. The volumes have picked up a little bit from yesterday, about 60 billion, and the Bitcoin dominance is about the same as yesterday. So if you look at the coins in the house right now, we're seeing that the coins in the house, Bitcoin is still down compared to where it was yesterday, about 1%. We're still seeing that Ethereum is down 1.4%. We're seeing BNB is slightly up. We're seeing Solana is down 2%. We're seeing ADA is down 4% as well. We're seeing Doge is down 1%. We're seeing basically everything is down right now. But you know, there still are good opportunities. If you look at the 7-day time frame, there's good opportunities. Definitely on the 30-day time frames, you can see that, you know, Solana is down 45%. So this is a good opportunity. ADA is down 40%. DOT is down 40%. Avalanche is down 56%. Matic is down 49%. So I still think there's a good opportunities here to be buying the dip dollar cost average. I think we'll see a recovery coming in sooner or later. Time will tell, guys. So, you know, buckle up, get ready for that. Guys, do go follow me on my Twitter. Boop the likes for humans out there. Show some love. Don't forget to give super chats, guys. Do go check the merch, guys. Get the merch, get the cup to cup, get the mug to mug. So that brings this video to a close. I just want to say God bless each and every one of you out there. It is a jungle out there, absolute jungle out there. Tell me what you think about this new Kwans plan out there. Is it good? Is it bad? I mean, personally, I think it's not very good. I think it kind of sucks out there. So hopefully this plan will not get passed. I think that forking Luna is a very bad idea. It's not a good idea. So guys, go with God, be with God, be blessed. Crypto's a jungle. Peace out.